Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing 2 videos in one because life got a bit crazy and I didn't get a chance to post my TBR because my little dragon was not very well. So I'm going to do a combined TBR and wrap up video. So I'll start with the wrap up and then I'll move on to the TBR. So I hit my goal of 4 books, which I finished the last book literally on the last day of January and I'd started it the day before. I read 2 books that fall under the Buzzwordathon challenge of who, what, where, when, how and why. So the first one for that challenge was Loki, Where Mischief Lies by Makenzie Lee. So this is I did buy a new copy of it because our little dragon spilt water on the other copy and I found this edition and I am a sucker for a hardback. And it was no more expensive than the paperback was initially. So I'm like, I will just splurge and get myself a nice copy. And it has sprayed edges and is really lovely. This one is about a young Loki, definitely well before anything in the Avengers or the Marvel series, because it says actually got Marvel. So yeah, that was the first book for the Buzzwordathon that I finished. And the second one I completely forgot I had. I have it on Audible. It was given as a gift by a friend specifically for Dragon, but it works, and that is How to Train Your Dragon by Cassandra Cresswell, I think is the author's name. And that was a lovely short little book. Then I had my goal of self-published authors and Australian authors, and the book I read so I happen to have the original copy of Into the Rift by Miranda, Harvey, book 1 in Guardians of Wonder. So I read that one, and Wifey will post a lovely photo of the new cover, so you might not be able to find it, but it's available on Amazon. So Into the Rift is set in Western Australia near the town of Margaret River. So it's a portal fantasy. It has one of my all-time favourite fantasy tropes, a snarky animal companion. So they were my challenges that I decided to partake in. I actually don't know if I got to any of the Dimix reading challenges. As I've stated in the last video, Dimix is an Australian. Unfortunately, I bought it for the cover, which I planned to read. I didn't get around to, so it'll just jump to next month.
You didn't buy that because of...
No, I didn't.
And it has to be a book that you bought principally for the cover.
Into the Rift can be otherworldly, and it covers also Australian author. There's the challenges. If it doesn't show up, I'm hoping Wifey will put the graphic up again. My lovely wife edits these videos for me. Now onto my TBR. So I'll start with Buzzwordathon, and it is pronouns. So I am Grass for His Pillow by Lian Hearn. This is book 2 in Tales of the Atori. So this is kind of feudal Japan, and it's, you know, samurai, ninjas.
No.
And at the end of the last book, the 2 main characters got separated. And so it is them realising that really they should be together. It is a romance. This is them trying to get back to each other and the troubles that arise along the way. Then I've got my Dimix picked it for the cover when I saw it in an op shop because I loved the cover of this series. Specifically this version of the covers. So it has a dust jacket, and the main feature of the dust jacket is this cutout. It has a really nice cover underneath. I've always loved that about this particular edition. So this is book 3 in the Extravaganza series. And so each book in this series follows a different protagonist in a different city of Talia, which is a portal version of 16th century Italy. So this one's set in their version of Florence, and that's all I'm really going to say about this because I haven't read this book in quite a while. The main character is a character of colour, so that's about all I remember about Sky, is that his dad's a rock star, mum was a fangirl, and that his dad doesn't really know he exists, and it's him coming to terms with it as a teenager. And then I decided that I really should continue clearing my TBR, and this one's been sitting on my TBR for a little while, and it's Left-Handed Lady by Nancy Springer, which is book 2 in the Enola Holmes series. I watched the Enola Holmes movie. I thought it was an interesting story. I've always been a fan of Sherlock Holmes, so it being told from a new perspective was quite fun and interesting. So I then read the first book, and now I've got the second book, so I will be attempting to get to this one this month. And then that leaves me with a mood read. You will be updated on what my mood read ends up being at the end of the month, if I get around to a mood read. My wrap up and my TBR, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!